So my law firm works with a lot of folks who are self-employed, and I get a lot of phone calls from people who they're self-employed, but their business is slow, or maybe their spouse lost their job, and they're just really worried that filing bankruptcy is going to affect their business. So I wanted to do this video and talk about how filing bankruptcy can affect your business, but also how you can still be running your business while you're in a bankruptcy. So first of all, if you file a Chapter 7 bankruptcy, you have to list all your debts and all your assets, and you also have to list, of course, any business interests that you have. And remember, your business interests, those are assets. So basically anything that you could do in your business to liquidate assets, to get revenue, the trustee could do. So, if you have a lot of accounts receivables that are due to you, if you are a real estate agent and you've had a bunch of closings and you're due money in, those are all assets. So in that regard, yes, if you file a bankruptcy, it could affect your business that way. So just keep in mind, when you're filing, your business is an asset that will be valued. So if, for a lot of folks, especially if you have a business that has a lot of assets, properties, things like that, you need to stay away from Chapter 7. And you need to look at doing a Chapter 13 if you want to protect those assets. Now, if we have a lot of folks who are in a service industry. I mean, it's really them. They're the service, they're the business. So with that said, you don't have to shut your business down because you file bankruptcy. I actually can't remember any time I've heard a Chapter 7 trustee tell someone, you have to stop your business right now, give everything up. I've actually never had that happen with one of my clients. So most of the time, of course, they'll want to see your business bank statements. They'll want to look at your business tax returns to see if there are any real assets. But for most people, it's just a non-issue. You get out of your bankruptcy and you continue doing whatever you were doing. Now, in terms though of like business debt, this is what will happen. You could have a business credit card, and it's a business credit card, but you've personally guaranteed it. So when you file your personal bankruptcy, it will wipe it out as to you personal, but they're going to shut that credit card off. Even if it's current, they're going to shut that credit line down. So just understand that you may be looking at losing some, your credit lines for the business when you file a bankruptcy, a personal bankruptcy. So keep that in mind. In terms of Chapter 13, what will happen is if you file and you are self-employed, then the Chapter 13 trustee is going to send you a special packet. It's called a business packet that they send to folks who are self-employed. So they're going to ask you for some additional information, profit and loss statements, all that good stuff. So you will have to provide additional information. So don't get your nose out of joint when you get this, like, oh, why are they asking for this? Why are they asking for that? Because they can, and because it's your responsibility to prove that you have a viable business and that you're running it bare bones correctly. And it's not a real extensive packet. It's like super basic things. Do you have insurance? Profit and loss statements, bank statements. So, if you're running a business at a bare minimum, you should have that information. Do you have employees? Things like that. So, if you're in a Chapter 13, yes, you can continue to run your business. That's not a problem. But the trustee is going to want to see information on it because, one of the things when you're in a Chapter 13, the trustee is going to look at is, how much disposable income do you have to commit to a repayment plan. So, of course, if you're self-employed, even though self-employed, your income goes up and down, still, we're going to have to show some kind of an average, some kind of a budget that's going to reflect what that is. So the trustee is going to want to see proof of that. So, don't think, oh, if I file bankruptcy, I'm going to lose my business. I can't, conduct my business. You most certainly can. You'll have to provide information about it, but you can certainly still keep your business going when you file a bankruptcy. If you have any questions about bankruptcy, business bankruptcy, Chapter 7 or Chapter 13, don't hesitate to reach out.